Hello, Matu Jamir. Apni asa Hornbilltv. Nagaland laga Public Health Engineering and Corporation our PJP leader Jacob Jumomi pra Eastern Nagaland People's Organization Noilibi ENPO kange Lok Sabha election de vote kuribule mana na kuribi ko gina mangishe. Narendra Modi pra lead Kriya Central Sokar for Nagaland or Northeast nimide chinta thagya ko gina ENPO itu electoral process te part lobule lagya aro vote tiado jaga de development anibule nimide hobo koshe. Jumomi pra Hornbilltv ke Dr. Chumben Muri nimide People's Democratic Alliance ka campaign kriya homoy itu khota khan koshe. Program do Newland Town Council Hall pra lushe Wednesday dinde. Eastern Nagaland nopori Jumomi pra kushe ki India Sokar iman chinta ase ki Union Home Minister Amit Shah Nijor Eastern area de jaishe. Tai kushe ki development program khan lobo kintu overnight hobole paria lagano hoy.
Sir, thank you so much for joining Hornbilltv for this conversation, sir. Sir, aji apni laga itu PDA aji laga itu apni han speech ribi apni ENPO la issue hilibi aru bishi balra highlight kuri dishe, sir. To apni itu tahan vote itu Lok Sabha election boycott kura la opor ki ko, sir?
No, I hope good sense should prevail because, as I have mentioned, this is a national obligation as an Indian citizen to the last man standing on the last village. It's an obligation. And therefore, I think they are going to vote for their future, for development. And let me be very clear that the Government of India, under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Modi, wants to see a developed Nagaland. And so, as far as Eastern Nagaland is concerned, there was a huge concern for this region, and that is the reason why our Honorable Home Minister Shri Amit Shah ji had visited Toinsang in February 2020, just before a state election, all the same issues for abstaining the state assembly election. See, there is going to be a tangible and sustainable development program. It cannot be done overnight. It will take some time. It's in due process, and the working paper for the ENPO development package system, how to function in the Autonomous Council, has been sent to the state government. So it's a prerogative of the state government to also see, because it's very important for people to know, not only the NPO region, but as a citizen of Nagaland and as a mandated state government, they have to know that state also has to follow a system, especially with the powers that is going to be transferred to the Autonomous Council. So it's imperative for the state government, and this procedure is normal and there's nothing to be emotional about it. All I wish to say to my Eastern Nagaland brothers and sisters, not to abstain from this electoral process, because they are going to vote for development of their region, and it is only going to strengthen the hands of the popular government installed in Delhi under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi. And so I can guarantee you on behalf of the Government of India that Government of India is very keen to develop the remotest part of the state, not only in Nagaland but even in the northeast and elsewhere in the country. And so I wish to tell them to take part in the democratic process. Since we have been celebrating democracy for the last 60 years, Nagaland is a mature state now. So whatever decision we take for any parts of the state will have to be taken collectively with due consultation with our people. So this is what I would like to say. Yeah.
Sir, in your speech you have also mentioned something regarding the written statement you are talking about the working paper. So can you please highlight?
No, I cannot comment on that. But appropriate decision will be taken and will be communicated to Delhi for a decision once and for all. Yeah.
And then there are so many opinions from the other legislatures saying that even if ENPO doesn't cast a vote, it wouldn't make any impact. So what do you have to say?
No, we absolutely need them. All of us together as a state. We need to strengthen each other. We need to unite and make a prosperous Nagaland as envisioned by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi. And so we are working on those lines. Perhaps they're emotional about it because it should have come sooner than later. But this takes time. There are a lot of procedures. We don't want to have procedural lapses. To state as a mature state, we'll have to take decisions because we are going to part away with our functions and powers of the state. So these are the things they have to know. And we need them. Or as a state, we have to strengthen our state. We have to give our mandate and exercise our adult franchise. I want to appeal to all the voters in Nagaland to come out in large numbers, especially the young voters who have just turned 18, they have to come and cast their vote for their future, for the security and safety of the future, and they have to vote for our consensus candidate, Dr. Chimben Mori, because he has the mandate of the state government, since the elected 60 members has the mandate of the state. And so he will only go and strengthen the hands of NDA government headed by Prime Minister Modi.
One last question. One thing the public is curious about is itu ENPO kan ahine vote na kuri jaile. Will there be any consequences of law or any kind of law taken, action taken on the legislatures or anything? Because that's something the public is curious about, sir.
Our ENPO brothers and sisters are lovely people, very hardworking, very considerate people. I'm sure they'll take a very good decision on this, because this is not regarding the state, but is a national elections. It's a constitutional obligation which they, as a citizen of India, they'll have to cast their vote. It's only good for them. They'll be voting for their future. Yeah.
Minister Jimomi par democratic process te part lobole lagya opor khota Korea nishina tayro kushi ki Nagaland ekta amateur state hoshe iduni mide soka par state laga ki part nimide faisla lobo idu kan sob miligina manukan laga consultation logina faisla kurobo kushi. Nagaland Minister for Public Health Engineering aro Corporation Jacob Jimomi pra Wednesday din de kushi ki Nagaland do India de ekta sabse mature states ase aro statehood pra prestigious identity Naga Manuka nimide represent kre. Nagaland laga sub 16 districts do special category districts ase koigina Jimomi pra People's Democratic Alliance laga consensus candidate Dr. Chimben Mori laga Lok Sabha campaign de kushi Newland district te. Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party aro Bharatiya Janata Party aro community leaders can even they attend kushi. Jacob Jimomi laga address te kushi ki government aro public pi lage development ani bole. Eastern Nagaland laga issue opore refer kurigina tai pra kushi ki central government laga working paper do Eastern Nagaland laga development karne kushi. Taipa Manu Kange appeal kushi ki vote cast kurubule koigina representatives ke address aro tai kan laga grievances represent kurubule.
I'm on Unite Korean development anibo karne itu amar khan la priority hobo lage. Statehood paro naga mano laga identity ase. Prestigious identity ase to. Hoy development karne olop specific period matlab ekta time loi gina development speed up korbo karne jolly korbo karne tahange autonomous council dibo goina idu kotha jai ase hobo economic issues karne ase amon manjur ase state government nifurio sap pra 2011 bra idu amount nodibo kwa noy kori sabo korine itu government of India laode state government hi empower korigina idu draft to support korigina pathaise to hole be aji ki hoy ase tahan koaro state no cholai gina state undermine korigina shida center lode korobo ko azu to idu nijer la state ke kila sorom khelai di ase ajiru ami ase Zalerio sab ase Nifurio sab ase hole kaliru ami han bi prominent nohi to state to sab mon laga ase it belongs to everybody so our priority is to unite and collectively work towards the development of each and every part of the state idu am han la priority ase the state government to hole be takhan nijer laga state ase state ke undermine korigena shida government of India laode korbo godo dusra naga monohan bi biado paboro naga manu kiman murise 2-3 lakhs manu murise re aji amane decadal growth piche komti ase population nai state to integrate korbo gena kotha kore ase amhan disintegrate korobo gena kunba pocket te korle to 2-3 lakhs manu mora do naga manu idu laga pap kun lobo idu kina korobo sacrifice korado ইরবি আমি হান একজন একজনকে বুঝাব লাগে আমার মিলাই কিনা স্টেট টু ডেভেলপ করব লাগে তো কমজোর হওয়ার কারণে ইকোনমিক স্পেশাল ক্যাটেগরি স্টেট দিকে না আছে 4টা 5টা হয়ে যাইছে হলে বি ইন্ডিয়াতে নাগা মানুহ লাগা স্পেশাল ক্যাটেগরি স্টেট তো আলাগ আছে আইমান সব ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কিমান আছে 16 ডিস্ট্রিক্ট নাগাল্যান্ড এতিয়া আছে আইমান সব স্পেশাল ক্যাটেগরি ডিস্ট্রিক্ট আছে দেই এইটো আমি তাহার লগতে শ্বেয়াৰ কৰা আছে আইমান নিউল্যান্ড ডিস্ট্রিক্ট দেবি আমান ইএনপি এখন বি আছে বস্তি বি আছে আৰু ক্ৰছ মেৰেজ কৰা খান বি বেছি আছে নিজৰ নিজৰ লাগা এইটো কন্ট্ৰিবিউশন এইটো আমান ইষ্টাৰ্ণ নাগাল্যান্ড লাগা ফ্যামিলি খান ক'ব লাগে স্টেট তো তাখান লাগাবি আছে তো আমাখান একলা না নহয় এইটো কাৰণে আমি এইটো রিকোয়েস্ট করে রাখিছে and I am still appealing to them please come and cast your adult franchise that is your right is a national obligation and constitutional obligation we need to make a strong government in Delhi আৰু দিল্লীতে কোন আছে প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ নৰেন্দ্ৰ মোদী পৰা একদম ষ্ট্ৰং গভৰ্নমেণ্ট কৰি কিনে আৰু তাইকে উই হেভ টু মেক ইট মোৰ ষ্ট্ৰংগাৰ কেনেকুৱা হ'ব নম্বৰ একটা থাকিবি 10টা থাকিবি নাগা মনবি একটা লোকসভা এমপি থাকাটো সব মিলাই কিনা এইটো মেণ্ডেটটো যাই কিনা পাৰ্লিয়ামেণ্টে প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ মোদীকে দিলে তাইবি ডেভেলপমেণ্ট আনিবতো দিবতো খুশি পাবতো গভৰ্নমেণ্টকে ষ্ট্ৰেংথেন কৰে আছেতো নাগা মানুহকে ডেভেলপমেণ্ট দিব আছে নাগা পলিটিক্যাল ইস্যু বি প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ মোদীৰ পৰা ৰিজল্ভ কৰিব কৈ কিনে এতিয়াতো কথা বেছি যায় আছে এতিয়া আমাৰ লাগা ইষ্টাৰ্ণ নাগালেণ্ড লাগা ডেভেলপমেণ্ট ইস্যু কাৰণে ইটিবি কথা কৰে আছেতো নিদিব কোৱা নহয় দিব আছে হ'লে বি প্ৰচিজাৰ আছে এতিয়া মিনিষ্ট্ৰি অফ হোম এফেয়াৰ্ছ পৰা ষ্টেট গভৰ্নমেণ্টকে working paper দিয়ে না আছে ENPO region কাৰণে এটো লোকবলে কথা নাই এৰ পৰা কৈ আছে আপনি আনবি জানিব লাগে that is the system state government আছে তো public mandate থাকা popular government install কৰি কিনে আছে তো democracy system পৰা set up কৰা
এতিয়া খাতা ব্ৰেক লোৱা চাই থাকিবি
You know, I've met this really amazing person online and I have a date. Yay! I've been chatting with him on Messenger and he really makes me laugh.
Have you met this person? Do you know much about him?
Oh no, Uncle Max. No, of course I haven't. Tomorrow will be our first meeting and I'm so excited.
Sia, Max is right. You ought to be more careful online. You need to find more about this person before you meet him.
Okay. I'll find out more about him and ask him to give me his landline and mobile number. Okay?
Yeah, internet is a great place, but only when we have our safety blinkers on.
Huh? What's that?
Cyber Shield refers to certain strategies and behaviors that can protect us from threats on the internet. We should build a cyber shield by practicing safe and healthy online behavior. Some of these strategies are: report profiles that post abuse, block unwanted social users, take help from trusted adults, report to school or college authorities, make it clear that bullying is unacceptable, be available for someone if they are hurt.
This is also helpful.
So I followed your advice and did my checks. His name is Riven. Studies in school nearby and we have some common friends too.
Oh, Riven. I also know him. He plays football.
But I must say, it was a good advice. Just the other day, my cousin met someone she has been chatting with online and on the very first meeting, he asked for money. When she refused, he behaved very badly.
Yes. People can pretend to be nice online and then take advantage of people and situations.
Welcome back. PJP Kanpra Congress Power Thagya Homoy Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh Kitiabi Nagaland Ahianai Kwade Congress Saga General Secretary Jairam Ramesh Pra Kushiki Manmohan Singh Prime Minister Thagya Homoy Tai Bishi Moina Nagaland Shanti Aniburi Nimide Khalik Skange Khota Kuri Tekishe Tai Kushiki PM Modi Pra 2015 de agreement Naga political issue opor Korea do Dr. Manmohan Singh Pra Shuru Korea negotiations Korea laga result ase kushe
Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh spent hours talking to his colleagues, spent days, spent months talking to his colleagues about bringing peace and development and harmony back in Nagaland. And what we saw in 2015, the framework agreement that Mr. Modi entered into, was the result of negotiations that had started from the mid-90s, taken forward Narasimha Rao, Deve Gowda, Gujral, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and then Dr. Manmohan Singh. So, Dr. Manmohan Singh, I know, in all the positions that he has occupied, including the Prime Minister, when before that, of course, he was the Finance Minister, he has always held the Northeast in the highest of regard and esteem. And he never did anything to disturb the social balance of the Northeast. We never had a Manipur type situation when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. When the Prime Minister refused to go, was unable to go, was unwilling to go to a state of the Indian Union, where people are killing each other in the name of religion, in the name of ethnicity, in the name of language, in the name of their way of life. So I am afraid that the comparison is misplaced, because it was Dr. Manmohan Singh as Prime Minister who did his maximum to protect Article 371A, particularly for Nagaland. Since your question relates only to Nagaland, I am talking only of Nagaland. But what he did was equally applicable to other states of the Northeast as well.
Congress aga manifesto de LGBTQ+ kanaga union opor kanun anibule kwade Congress Party pra aji press conference koi mare lo homoy kushiki taikan manifesto de marriage noilibi sadi laga word chulanai Jairam Ramesh pa ro kushiki taikan itu pi koi gina ase ki kanun do manukan logode consultation kriya pichidehi hobo koi gina thagya junaishi.
I think that what we have said about same union, no?
Same union,
We have
not
said
marriage.
We have said same union. We have not used the word marriage.
Marriage,
even.
we have not used
We have
the
not
word
used the word marriage. Just read out the exact section. Just read out. I'll just read it out to you. We have not used the word marriage in the manifesto. The union is a way of life. It may not be a way of life in Nagaland, but it's a way of life in some other states. It is not going to be, compulsorily applicable, but it is a way of life in different. And the Supreme Court has also legislated on this. By the way, there was a case in the Supreme Court. And what is alien to the Naga way of life will not be. Just read out the exact section. Yeah, 20. See, read it in the context. Read it in the context. Okay. The Congress will ensure that every citizen, minorities, have the freedom. Every citizen and minorities have freedom of choice of dress, food, language, and personal laws. We will encourage reform of personal laws. Such reform must be undertaken with the participation and consent of the communities concerned. Next card. Next, Congress promises to meet long-standing demands for inclusion of more languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. That is for official languages. Now, he's asking about LGBT.
Just
read it out. 11. Which page?
It was given as 10. 9th or 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, here. Let me read it out to you. After wide consultation. Please remember that. Don't erase after wide consultation. After wide consultation, Congress will bring a law to recognize civil unions between couples belonging to the LGBTQIA plus community. After wide consultations, to recognize civil unions. And this is actually a follow-up to what the Supreme Court has said.
377 order.
This is a follow-up to what the Supreme Court has said. We have not said anything revolutionary in this paragraph. We have just given effect to what the Supreme Court has said.
Hita Mani, Saitik Hornbill TV.